Right now, let's take you through some of the interesting highlights that are coming out from the Nairobi Securities Exchange. And of course, we've been having some interesting developments in the country, not forgetting that the repeat election is upcoming in the month of October, and we shall be looking at how that impacts the money markets. Well, these are the numbers as of this hour, and this Kenyan shilling is trading at 103.24 to the US dollar, buying, selling at 103.44, and that's quite a relative number. We've not seen it move for the last, I would say, 3 months. It's been very consistent. Other than that, the sterling pound is buying at 138.78, selling at 139.09, almost edging up to 140. So we've seen the sterling pound also sort of appreciating against the Kenyan shilling. Not some good news for exporters, really. And let's take a look at the euro. The euro is trading at 121.71, buying, selling at 121.98. Not much movements there on the euro, actually. Let's look at the NSE performance as of trading last evening. Of course, the markets will be closing at about 3:30 p.m. Right now, turnover as of last evening stood at 910 million. Shares traded at 36 million. The NSE 20 share index is also not doing pretty well. It has actually lost about 17 points, and it's at 3,733.04. Not a good figure to be operating at, but at the same time, the markets remain quite resilient. The bonds traded is at 1.2 billion shillings, not substantial enough, and of course the bond markets continue to be an area we focus on. Let's take a look at some of the most active counters, and we have mobile phone company Safaricom trading about 15.58 million shares. Coming in second is Britam Holdings at 13.74 million shares. And of course, Britam yesterday did make some interesting announcements regarding an acquisition by Africa Invest, which bought in about 14% stake in the company. We have KCB coming in at third at 1.85 million shares. Cooperative Bank of Kenya closing off the counters at 1.055 million shares. Let's take you through some of the biggest gainers as of this hour. And here we have the numbers. TransCentury Limited, the stock is up 7.69%. Some very strong movements there. The share price at 7 shillings. TPS Serena also doing pretty well. It's up at 7%, and we're seeing the share price is also well priced, around 26.75. It has been on the losing front. Today we are seeing some interesting numbers there, bearing in mind it is the World Tourism Day. Well, let's take you through Home Africa. They are also up 4.76%. Share price pretty low at 1 shilling and 10 cents. Sacinity closing off the biggest counters, and they are up 3.92%, and the share price is at 26 shillings and 50 cents. Well, let's take you now through the losing stocks as of this hour. At the River Cement, they are down 5.11%. Share price is at 11 shillings and 15 cents. Everready coming in second, down 4%. Share price at 2 shillings and 40. Whereas Unga Group is also down 4%. Stock price is at 30 shillings. Scan Group closing off the counters, they're at down 3.31%, and the share price is at 17 shillings and 50 cents. Well, that's just a quick snapshot of how the markets are looking like as of this hour, and of course the numbers continue to change.